So I've seen a lot of people going on about the 13th Zodiac and how the Zodiacs aren't right and everyone's birth dates changed and suddenly I'm not an Aquarius anymore and all this stuff. And I wanted to explain what the 13th Zodiac actually is. So there's only 12 Zodiac constellations in terms of like how the wheel works and in terms of the energies that we are governed by on this earth plane. There is a 13th one, which is Ophiuchus, and that's the one that everyone talks about. So the number 13 is a lucky number. Like there's 12 disciples, Jesus was the 13th. So the 12 is the 12 zodiac signs, the 12 constellations, and these are the energies that govern our life here and our existence here on this earth plane. In the Emerald Tablets, it talks about how we are always under the control of the planets and the gods, and how nothing in our life really is ever by us. It's all by the control of these energies that govern us. And this is not just us and our lives, but the energies govern time, the energies govern everything within this realm. And these are the 12 main energies. So if the 12 zodiac were the 12 disciples, how's Christ the 13th, and what does the 13th represent? Well, the 12 are the 12 different states of energy. So you've got the 4 elements, which is earth, water, fire, air, and then in them splits into 3, which is like the starter energy, the energy that maintains and kind of like looks after, and then there's a destroyer energy. There's 3 different types of energy within each element. So they're all the energies that govern the cosmos on a lower frequency. When you want to become enlightened, you basically ascend those energies. And in the Emerald Tablets, what Thoth talks about is he says there's these 12 energies that govern your life. And what they say is a true master, a true magician will learn to overcome these energies and to ascend from these energies. And then he controls them rather than them controlling him. So what that is, that's what Christ did. That's why Christ was the 13th, because he was the one that was enlightened. He was the one that had ascended. He was the one that had done the work and become a God on this earth plane and become a son. And so we are here to try and become sons and gods and goddesses. And so we are here to try and become the 13th zodiac. So rather than being governed by the 12, we want to then become the higher one, the 13th one that can govern the 12 rather than the 12 governing you. So if you want to become a true master and a true magician of this plane, you need to become the 13th zodiac and ascend all the energies that control and govern this place, and then you can control them. And that is true godlike power on this plane. So to become Ophiuchus, to become a Christ, is to basically ascend your Kundalini, ascend your Christ oil. You need to be vegan, you need to eat alkaline, you need to do spiritual practices. I could do a video on how to actually ascend and become a Christ if you wanted to. Because everyone can become a Christ. There was the Christ, Jesus Christ, who was that one guy who came down, who is the Son of God, the Son. And he came down, he's the soul of the Son, and he came down to help. And there's all the other luminaries have come down and helped as well. The archangels have come down. There's loads of different, like, awesome ascended masters here right now. Gods, goddesses, everything in human form. So if we want to ascend and we want to become a god and goddess on this plane, then we need to basically follow in their footsteps. And so we can become Christs as well. It's like Christ-like. So once you become a Christ, once you become enlightened, the word Christ is a title. That means that you are Christed, you're anointed, you are enlightened. So it's just a title that everyone can attain. Everyone can become a Christ. So we can become like God, like Christ, and that's why Christ came, and that's why he's coming back again to teach this exact same thing. So it's exciting times, yeah.